all know, my name is Mohammad Yazid. Nah, I'm not famous. I'm Mohammad Yazid. I'm from 6SBMU Group 6SBMU1, and I'm going to talk to you about the fuel economy in aircraft turbine. Thank you.
Short brief about the turbine engine. Modern jet aircraft have twice the fuel efficiency of the earliest jet airlines. In the late 1950s, the piston airliners like the Lockheed L-1049 Super Constellation and DC-7 were 1% to 28% more energy intensive than 1990s jet airliners, which they cruise 40 to 80% faster. The early jet airliners were designed at a time when aircrew labor costs were higher relative to the fuel cost than today. Despite the high fuel consumption, because the fuel was inexpensive in that era rather than today. In theory, there are four forces in flight, which is the lift, the drag, the weight, and the thrust. More weight requires more fuel for the lift. There are many factors that affect the flight efficiency. For example, the aerodynamics, the design speed, the wingtip device, weight, flight distance, and many others. And then, the drag also affects the fuel burn. For example, if there is high amount of drag at the aircraft, it requires more thrust for forward motion, thus requires more fuel burn. Additional info: for a very long-haul flight, the airplane is heavier to transport additional fuel, leading to a higher fuel consumption. Above a certain distance, it becomes more fuel efficient to make a halfway stop to refuel, even if it leads to an additional less efficient descent and climb. I give you an example. For a Boeing 777-300, the tipping point is at 3,000 nautical miles, which is 5,600 kilometers. It is more fuel efficient to make a non-stop flight below this distance and to make a stop above. A very long non-stop flight suffers from the weight penalty of the large quantity of fuel required, thus limiting the number of available seats to compensate. For such flights, the critical fiscal factor is the quantity of fuel burned per seat nautical mile. For this reason as well, the world's longest commercial flights were cancelled during the circa 2013, which is the Singapore Air's former New York to Singapore flight, which could carry only 100 passengers, which is all of them are business class, on the 10,300-mile flight. And according to an industry analyst, it was pretty much a fuel tanker in the air. So basically, the fuel economy in air transport comes from the aircraft fuel efficiency combined with airline's efficiency, which is the seating configuration, passenger load factor, and air cargo. The most fuel efficient airline was Norwegian Air Shuttle with 40 pets km per liter, 2.5 liters per 100 kilometers, which is 94 miles per gallon in US per passenger, thanks to its fuel efficient Boeing 787-8, a high 86% passenger load factor, and a high density of 1.18 seat per meter square due to low 11% premium seating. So how much fuel does a plane use? A plane like a Boeing 747 uses approximately 1 gallon of fuel, about 4 liters every second. Over the course of a 10-hour flight, it might burn 36,000 gallons or 150,000 liters. According to the Boeing's website, the 747 burns approximately 5 gallons of fuel per mile, which is 12 liters per kilometer. In the future, many researchers have developed an analysis about the fuel efficiency of an aircraft. For example, the NASA and Boeing had tested a flight of 500 pounds blended wing body X-48B demonstrated from August 2012 to April 2013. This design provides greater fuel efficiency since the whole craft produces lift and not just the wings, as you can see in the pictures above. Another example of the future analysis, which is the Boeing has produced a blended wing body. With a wide fuselage mated to a high aspect ratio, wings is more aerodynamically efficient because the entire aircraft contributes to the lift and because it has less surface area, thus producing less drag and offering weight savings due to a lower wing loading, and noise is shielded by locating the engines on the aft upper surface. So we have reached the end of our video, which is the topic is the fuel efficiency of a turbine engine that affects the airline economics. For more of the reference above, you can refer the website I've given to you in the video. So, thank you and Assalamualaikum.